First for the visiting team, the Punxsutawney.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Number 10, Luke.
Claims happen.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of High School Baseball on the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com. I am here in DuBois at Stern Field getting ready for this baseball game between two of the top teams in District 9, the Punxsutawney Chucks, the DuBois Central Catholic Cardinals. Both of these teams went very far into the state playoffs a year ago. Of course, Punxsutawney went to the state semifinals before losing to Central Martinsburg, and the DCC Cardinals, of course, were your Class 1A state champions. And on the year so far, early in the season, Punxsutawney 3-0. DuBois Central Catholic, a surprising 0-2. A couple of tough extra inning losses to Johnsonburg and to Indiana. Indiana is a team that Punxsutawney just coming off of a win, 4-1 on Friday afternoon, one of the few games that got in. We're going to thank some more of our sponsors when we come back. It'll be time to get this baseball game underway. You're watching High School Baseball on the YDL Sports Network. Cliff Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921. Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. Back here at Stern Field as we get ready for this game between the Cardinals and Chucks. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Punxsutawney Chucks. They'll lead off with their shortstop, Zach Dinger, batting second and playing second base, Josh Tiger, batting third and at first base, Carter Savage, batting fourth and at third base, Jake Sikora, batting fifth in the shortstop, Nevin Day, batting sixth, and in left field, Justin Miller, batting seventh. In center field, Zeke Bennett, batting eighth, doing the catching, Cooper Hallman, and batting ninth, the designated hitter, Owen Wood. So it's Dinger, Tiger, Savage, Sikora, Day, Miller, Bennett, Hallman, and Wood. They will be going against the ace of this DuBois Central Catholic team, Carter Hickman. He'll be backed up by the following defense. Andrew Green is over at first base. Carter Himes is the second baseman. Caden Brzezinski's at short. Blake Pisarcik's over at third. Braden Fox is in left. Matt Pine is in center. Aiden Snowberger is in right. And Ben Greitzer doing the catching for Carter Hickman. So that again is Green, Himes, Brzezinski, Pisarcik first to third. Fox, Payne, Snowberger left to right. Greitzer doing the catching for Hickman. So stepping in here for Punxsutawney, and folks, I apologize. You only get about 3/4 of the field here, just the way where we're located and where we can put a camera and such. But that's what I'm here for, to kind of fill in those blanks for you and places that you can't see and things like that. But it'll be Zach Dinger leading off for the Chucks. And Hickman's first pitch of the game is a little high, ball one. So we're underway here at Stern Field in DuBois. My first baseball game of the year. A couple of softball games. Saw DCC defeat both the Elk County Catholic and Punxsutawney. That was last Tuesday that they beat Punxsutawney. That ball was fouled out away. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on the left-handed hittings at Dinger. That one misses, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So Hickman did get a little work in the loss to Johnsburg. Only threw 9 pitches, didn't get anybody out, and they've up 3 runs in that situation. There's a ground ball towards the shortstop, Brzezinski. He's got it. His throw across the diamond is in time, and there's 1 away here in the Punxsutawney top of the first. That'll bring up Josh Tiger. Tiger, right-handed hitter. This Chucks team, a little bit of a surprise into the semifinals last year, but a lot of high expectations this year for this Punxsutawney group. Maybe even a chance to get to a state title game. And they're thinking the same thing on the DuBois Central Catholic end after winning the state title and only graduating 2 seniors. Granted, though, those 2 seniors were real key pitchers for this group. So after Hickman, the ace, they're working through with Aiden Snowberger, Braden Fox. They hope to get them going. Here's a ball that's popped up. It's going to be out of your screen, and it's actually going to be out of play into the bleachers down the left field side. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Tiger. So the Chucks are going to rely a lot on their pitching. Jake Sikora is playing down at third base today, as well as they got a ball to throw in, and now they quickly give it over to Mike Dickey, the head coach. But no, they back to what I was saying. They're still trying to work out some of their secondary pitching. Braden Fox, Aiden Snowberger definitely going to get a shot to do something there. That ball's a little high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Hickman with the delivery. That ball is ripped into left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Playing it there is going to be Fox. Tiger's on his way to second, and he'll be in there with a 1-out double. So Tiger with the 1-out double gets Punxsutawney in scoring position right out of the gate here. That'll bring up Carter Savage. Savage was a savage in his first couple of games this year, going 4 for 6, and then he went 0 for 4 on Friday, but that's baseball for you. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, ball 1. Hickman checks the runner at second. Next pitch way outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes as Hickman continues to work behind batters here in the top of the first. 2 balls, no strikes on Savage. Runner at second's Tiger. That's outside. It's now 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes on Carter Savage. Jake Sikora is on deck. Wide into 3-0. Misses low. It's a 4-pitch walk. With 1 out, Punxsutawney has runners at first and second. We'll bring up Jake Sikora, the third baseman. Talking about Punxsutawney relying on its pitching of Sikora and the man on the mound today, Coy Martino. There's a lot of high hopes that might be one of the best 1-2 punches in the entire state in Class AAA. First pitch to Sikora, misses low, ball 1. So Hickman continuing to struggle with control here in the early going. That is a problem that the young man has had at different times throughout his career, but then when he locks in, he locks in. 1 ball, no strikes. Winding the pitch. Swing and a miss. I think that was getting a piece of it there with Sikora. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 on Jake Sikora. Josh Tigers at second, he doubled. Carter Savage is at first, he walked. Check of the runner at second. Here's the 1-1 by Hickman. Little high, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. That's going to miss, and now it's 3-1 on Sikora. That's going to miss, and now it's 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Sikora with runners at first and second and 1 out for Punxsutawney here in the top of the first. That misses inside, and it's back-to-back walks now issued by Carter Hickman, and the bases are loaded with just 1 out for Nevin Day. DCC's infield looking for 2 here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hickman out of the windup. Way high, ball 1. One ball and no strikes here on Nevin Day. Bases loaded, 1 out for Punxsutawney here in the top of the first. Wind in the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1. That ball is skied high, and it's going to get out of play as Greitzer gives it a look, but it's way out of play. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Hickman definitely looking for the strikeout pitch here. So 1 and 2 on Day. Bases loaded, 1 out for Punxsutawney. Hickman with the wind and the 1-2. Fouled at the plate, just staying alive there on the breaking ball was Day, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind in the 1-2. Spoils another one. On top of everything else, they're running Hickman's pitch count way up here in the first inning. Punxsutawney, they'd like to get on the board, though, with the bases loaded and just 1 out. Hickman with the 1-2 again. Nice block there by Greitzer, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out for Punxsutawney here in the top of the first. Hickman's pitch inside, and now the count goes full with nowhere to put him. It's 3-2 on Day. Tigers at third, Savage is at second, Sikora is at first for the Chucks. Hickman didn't like what he saw. We'll reset now. Wind in the 3-2. Ball 4, and it's 1-0 Punxsutawney on the bases loaded walk. So after giving up the 1-out double to Tiger, it's 3 consecutive walks given up now by Carter Hickman, and it's 1-0 Punxsutawney. Still just 1 out and the bases loaded here for the Chucks. And now Adam Fox out to talk to his senior righty. So after getting Dinger to ground out the shortstop, Tiger got ahead in the count and doubled off the left field wall. And then Savage, Sakura, and Day have each drawn walks, with Days driving in Tiger to make it 1-0 in favor of Punxsutawney. Bases loaded for Justin Miller. Is umpire going out here to break things up. First pitch to Miller. High, ball one. So Hickman trying to find a way to lock it in here. He's walked 3 in a row, including walking in a run. Winding the 1-0. That's high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 on Miller. That's in there for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield still looking for the double play for DCC. Wind in the 2-1 to Miller. Hit him. That'll drive in another run, and it's now 2-0 Punxsutawney. And Hickman's control problems continue as he's now walked 3 in a row, followed by a hit batter. And it's 2-0 Punxsutawney for Zeke Bennett. Left-handed hitting speedster. Fantastic football player this past fall for the Chucks. First pitch to Bennett, in there for a called strike. So now it's one of those in-between points. Which player is going to win the battle here? Will it be the Punxsutawney hitters or will it be Hickman? He's given up 2, but it hasn't gotten out of hand quite yet. But Punxsutawney does have the bases loaded with just 1 out, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike on Bennett. Winding the 1-1. That's going to miss outside with the breaking ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Two 1s outside, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Wonder how long Adam Fox can continue to go with his righty here if he can't find the zone at all. 3-1 here on Bennett. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 runs in for Punxsutawney. That's in there, and it's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. Sakura's at third, Day's at second, Miller's at first. 2 of them by walk, 1 of them by hit by a pitch. Payoff pitch outside, ball 4. He's now walked into, hit a guy in, and it's 3-0 Punxsutawney. Bring up Cooper Hallman. Bases still loaded for Punxsutawney. 1 hit, 4 walks, and a hit batter. The ball is, or I'm sorry, 3 walks and a hit batter. No, 4 walks and a hit batter. That's correct the first time. There's ball 1 to Hallman, the 8th man to bat here in the first. Now Adam Fox is, I think, seen enough. Well, he's going to have a discussion still with Hickman here. It's his second mound visit. Yeah, he's taking the ball from the young righty. Oh, now he hands the ball back to the young righty. I think they're going to go to Brzezinski here. I don't know if there might be a blister that formed on Hickman's right hand or not, but I'm thinking we're getting a pitching change. We are, as Brzezinski has taken the ball. So we're going to step aside here. Thank a couple of our sponsors as we get this pitching change. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network. Top of the first, 3-0 in favor of Punxsutawney. All the bases loaded with just one out when we come back.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us and rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
Back here at Stern Field, we have a pitching change as Caden Brzezinski replaces Carter Hickman. Hickman goes a third of an inning. He has walked 4, hit a batter, given up a hit. So far, he has allowed 3 runs. He's responsible for the 3 on base, as Punxsutawney will have the bases loaded for Cooper Hallman. Hickman will go over to second as Carter Hines moves from second to shortstop. So it'll be up to Caden Brzezinski now to see if he can find a way to keep this game close, as DCC's offense has struggled at times to get going early on in games. They've had some success later in games, but the Cardinals don't want to fall behind much more than where they're at right now, 3-0 here in the top of the first. Well, is continuing his warm-up tosses here is Brzezinski. Be one of those pitchers that the Chucks were going to have, or that the Cardinals were going to have to rely on this year to pick up some of the slack in that department. And he's being thrown right into the fire here with the bases loaded. First pitch to Hallman is outside, ball 2, as Hallman had gotten ahead 1-0 when the pitching change was made. So he's now up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Brzezinski's 2-0 pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind in the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here as Brzezinski looking for the strikeout. Day's at third, Miller's at second, Bennett's at first. Wind in the pitch, little high, and it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. 3 runs in for Punxsy despite just 1 hit for the Chucks. Brzezinski's 3-2 delivery. In there, called, strike 3. That's a big strikeout if you're a DCC fan, as he gets Hallman looking for the second out here in the first inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Owen Wood. Wood, the 9th guy to the plate for the Chucks. They've got 3 in and the bases loaded. 2 outs. Brzezinski with the pitch, called strike 1. If you're just joining us, Tiger doubled with 1 out, and then Savage, Sikora, and Day all walked. Miller was hit by a pitch, and there's a line drive off the glove of the second baseman, Hickman. That's going to score at least 2. And it is now 5-0 in favor of the Chucks. Going to third on the play is Bennett, and that's going to be an error on the second baseman, Carter Hickman. So a line drive that Hickman probably should have had at second ends up as an E4 that brings home 2, and it's now 5. Nothing in favor of Punxsutawney. First pitch to, or second pitch to Dinger is fouled out of play, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Dinger trying to not commit 2 outs in the same inning as he grounded out leading off this first. 5-0 Punxsutawney. 4 walks, a hit batter, an error on Central has allowed the Chucks to score 5 times with just 1 hit. Runner going, ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Hickman stops it. He's never going to throw him out, and in fact throws the ball away. That's going to be a second error now on Hickman, as that allows the runner Wood to go to third. It's going to be an infield single for Dinger in an RBI, and it's now 6-0 Punxsutawney. Hickman probably needed to just that. And Josh Tiger comes to the plate. Tiger had the other hit in this inning before that infield single. He doubled, getting this rally started. 6-0 Punxsutawney. Brzezinski's pitch up high, ball 1. So I can't think of a more disastrous start for DCC or a better start for Punxsutawney here, as they've scored 6 here in the top of the first, and they have runners at the corners with 2 outs. Quick throw over to first, diving back in ahead of the tag by Andrew Green is Dinger. Brzezinski ready with the 1-0. That's up high. Runner goes to second. Greitzer's throw is not in time, and it goes into center field, and that error is going to allow another run to score, and it's 7-0 Punxsutawney. So a stolen base for Dinger. He'll go to third on the throwing error by Greitzer. Wood will score on the air, and it is now 7-0. And now we're going to get another defensive switch, as they're going to send Hickman over to first base now, and Andrew Green will go over and play second base. I'll have to find out from Mr. Joe Greco over there who he gave the air to on the throw. That's what I given it to. Okay, we're on the same page. So 1 ball and no strikes now on, or 2-0 on Tiger, excuse me. There's a called strike. I believe the count is 2-1. 3-1. It's 3 balls and 1 strike here on Tiger. Winding the pitch up high. Another walk issued by Central Pitching. That's the 5th in the inning. And it is now runners at first and third for Carter Savage. Savage walked and scored a run in this inning. He is the 12th man to come to the plate in the first for Punxsutawney. They've got 7 across. They lead 7-0. Winding the pitch to Savage. Up high, ball 1. $7-0 Punxsutawney, despite the Chucks just having 2 hits. Winding the pitch. Called strike. A little high. Savage didn't like the call, but it's not his call to make. It's the umpire's. 1 ball and 1 strike. Winding the 1-1. That is way high. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Hickman started, went a third of an inning. He's charged with 6 runs, 3 of them earned. Brzezinski's been charged with a run so far. Winding the pitch. That ball is popped up. Second baseman Green looks like he has trouble finding it, but does. And the inning is finally over for Punxsutawney, but not before the Chucks score 7 runs on 2 hits. There were 3 errors. 2 left on base at the end of a half an inning here at Sternfield. It is Punxsutawney 7, DuBois Central Catholic coming to bat. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
IC Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
Back here at Stern Field as we go to the bottom of the first. And no, folks, that is not a misprint on your scoreboard. It is 7-0 Punxsutawney as the Chuck scored 7 runs on just 2 hits. They were the beneficiaries of 5 walks and a hit batter as well as 3 errors by DCC in that first inning. So Coy Martino, the sophomore, gets to come out with a 7-0 lead. He will face this DCC lineup. Aiden Snowberger leading off and in right field. Carter Hickman batting second. He is now over at first base. Batting third is the left fielder Braden Fox. Batting fourth, the third baseman Blake Pisarczyk. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Ben Greitzer. Batting sixth and now playing pitcher is Caden Brzezinski. Batting seventh, the DH Carter Costco. Batting eighth now at shortstop, Carter Himes, and batting ninth and in center field, Matt Pine is taking ball 1 here is Snowberger. It's Snowberger, Hickman, Fox, Pisarczyk, Greitzer, Brzezinski, Costco, Himes, and Pine. So 1-0 here on Snowberger, the sophomore. Takes a strike, strike 1. Defensively for Punxsutawney, it'll be Savage at first, Tiger at second, Days at short, Secor at third, Miller's in left, Bennett in center, Dinger is in right, and Cooper Holman doing the catching for Coy Martino, who's ready here with the 1-1, showing bunt. It's outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. So again for Punxsy, that's Savage, Tiger, Day, and Sikora, first to third. Miller, Bennett, Dinger, left to right. Cooper Holman doing the catching for Coy Martino. Martino ready with the 2-1 delivery. Little excuse me swing. Shortstop Day has to hurry, throw over. Oh, what a stretch by Carter Savage. Savage with a great stretch over there, and there's 1 away here in the DCC first. So Snowberger, awkward swing, fell to the ground. If he hadn't, he beats that out. But as it is, Savage makes a nice play on the throw by Day over there, stretching out for the first out. We'll bring up Carter Hickman. First pitch inside. Hickman's able to get out of the way. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Hickman. Next pitch, fouled away. Strike 1. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Hickman. Martino peers in. Has his sign. Ready with the 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. One and a 2-1. That's going to miss outside. And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. So with the 7-0 lead, the last thing Martino wants to do is walk a guy early in the inning here. There's one out, but it's 3-1 on Hickman. Winding to 3-1. Fouled away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes on Hickman. Martino peers in, ready. Payoff pitch. Little looper out into right center field. A base hit for Hickman. Playing it on a bounce is Dinger. He'll get it in. And DCC has its first hit of the game. A 1-out single to right by Carter Hickman. So Hickman did a nice job of just staying with that pitch, going the other way with it for the base hit. That'll bring up Braden Fox. Last year's YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10sports.com, District 9 Rookie of the Year as a freshman, helped DCC to the state championship. You know, his mom, Christy, messaged me a little earlier here today. I was getting on a plane to fly back to Western Pennsylvania from Texas, and where her husband is the first base coach for the Texas Rangers. And she was really happy that we were broadcasting today's game. She was just hoping the Wi-Fi on the plane held. So hopefully, Christy, you are able to get that Wi-Fi and you're able to watch this at bat of Braden Fox. It's outside, 2 balls and no strikes on Fox. Two and 0 on Fox. Hickman's at first with 1 out. Martino checks the runner. Throws over. Diving back in safely ahead of the tag is Hickman. Martino set. Next pitch up high, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0 here on Fox. Hickman's at first. 1 out, bottom of the first. 7-0 Punxsutawney over DCC. Winding to 3-0. It's going to get away. That's going to be ball 4. So Fox will take his stroll down to first. Going into second is Hickman. And now it's first and second. And 1 out for Blake Pisarcik. So Pisarcik steps to the plate here, and chance for DCC to maybe get a couple runs back as Cooper Hallman went out maybe to go through the signs with his young pitcher Martino. The runner at second now. Martino's first pitch to Pisarcik in there for a called strike. Here's the 0-1. Catches the inside corner, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 on Pisarcik. Hickman's at second. Fox is at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the first for DCC. Gonna check of the runners. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Martino. That'll bring up Bren Greitzer. Martino looks in, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch to Greitzer. Right there, called strike. So after issuing the walk to Fox with 1 out to put runners at first and second, Martino seems to have locked in here on the strike zone. Thrown 4 in a row, no balls and a strike on Greitzer. Winding the pitch. That just misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Greitzer. Check of the runner at second, Hickman. Here's the pitch by Martino. Way inside, ducking out of the way, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Checks the runner at second. Martino's 2-1. In there for a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 on Greitzer. Runners at first and second. 2 out for DCC here in the bottom of the first. They trail 7-0. Martino shakes off his catcher, and now we get time called. Again, he shakes off his catcher. Wants him to go through the signs again. And again, calling time is Greitzer. Something you won't see in the majors. Can't call time twice in an at-bat at the major league level anymore. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Inside, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now with the pitch clock, Joey Grick over there's right. We'd have had a 3rd ball already. The rate this game is going, we could be playing and the Pirates could be playing. Line in the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Martino gets him gone on strikes. And the inning is over for DCC. In the central first, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. There was a walk and 2 left on base. We head to the second inning. It is 7-0 here at Stern Field in favor of DuBois Central Catholic. Or in favor of Punxsutawney. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxborough.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Back here at Stern Field as we go to the second inning, 7-0 Punxsutawney. The kind of game it's been kind of reflected on the scoreboard. Punxsutawney, 7 runs, 2 hits, no errors in that first inning. DuBois Central Catholic, no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors. Punxsutawney, beneficiary of 5 walks in a hit batter. One of the guys that drew one of those walks steps up in Jake Sikora. Sikora walked and scored in the first. Caden Brzezinski in relief of Carter Hickman throws strike 1. So another defensive change as Matt Pine moves to left field and Braden Fox to center. And there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Green. He's up with it. He'll throw on to Hickman for out number 1. So that's how the first inning started for Punxsutawney. Ground out. Instead of the second baseman, it was to the shortstop. And then they put on the next 6 batters and ended up scoring 7 runs in the inning. So the outfield alignment's now Pine in left, Fox in center, and Snowberger in right. And there's a rip ball by Day into left field. That'll be a base hit. 3rd hit of the game for the Chucks. First for Day. He's on for the second time. I'll bring up Justin Miller. He was hit by a pitch, driving in a run and scored back in the first. Brzezinski checks the runner at first. Pitch to Miller. In there, misses outside. Ball one. So 1 ball, no strikes on Miller. Next pitch is fouled away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Brzezinski ready with the 1-1. Hit him. So Miller's now been hit by a pitch twice in this game. That'll move Day to second. I think there was a bit of a question from the DCC dugout there as to whether or not Miller attempted to get out of the way, but either way, he's at first base, been hit by a pitch twice, and it's now Zeke Bennett who walked and had an RBI, and he rips one into right field. It's going to be cut off nicely by Snowberger before it gets to the wall. They're going to bring a runner home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time, as Greitzer couldn't catch it on the fly. It was a nice relay by Green, but Greitzer couldn't corral it. Dale score. Miller to third on the throw. Bennett goes into second with the RBI single. And it is now 8-0 in favor of Punxsutawney. Ring up the catcher, Cooper Hallman. Hallman fouls that one out of play. So second and third, already up 8-0. 1 out here in the second for Punxsutawney. Hallman struck out looking in his first at bat. He'll loft one to center. Coming out is Green. Coming in, it's going to land in between Green and Fox, and it's now 9-0 in favor of Punxsutawney. So the RBI single by Hallman. Bring up Owen Wood, who reached on an error and scored. His error brought home 2 runs in that inning. And now Adam Fox is coming out. And I can guarantee you this wasn't how he drew up today's pitching plan, as he's going to take the ball from Brzezinski. And looks like he's going to hand it to Carter Himes will take over. So we'll step aside here for this pitching change. We're in the top of the second, 9-0. Punxsutawney, you're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
So Carter Himes takes over now. Brzezinski goes back to shortstop, and it's a strike to Owen Wood. So no balls and 1 strike on Wood. Runners at the corners. There's called strike 2. 2 runs are in already here in the second for Punxsutawney. They lead 9-0. A little bit more of a traditional way this inning, as they've got 3 hits in the inning. Winding the pitch. There's called strike 3. So Himes comes in and strikes out Wood for the second out here in the second, and that'll bring up Zach Dinger. Dinger is 1 for 2, had an RBI infield single in his second at bat in the first inning after grounding out in his first at bat. Fouls the first pitch off, does the left-handed hitting Dinger. Having a last name in Dinger in baseball is like having the last name Hoops, which Northern Potter did, I do believe, in basketball. 0-1 pitch. That ball is ripped towards center. Fox going back on it. Fox looks, he gets over his head and off the wall. 1 run is home. Here comes Holman. Holman's coming to the plate. The throw will go to third. They've got the base runner, the runner hung up, and now there's nobody covering third. So being able to sneak into third, there is Dinger when he probably shouldn't have, because DCC, missing the fundamentals again, doesn't cover third base. So it'll go in the books as a triple for Dinger. Well, we'll give him a double, and then on the throw, he goes to third. 2 RBIs, and it's now 11-0. We'll bring up Tiger. He takes strike 1. Take strike 2 now. That'll close the book on Brzezinski. 5 runs, 4 of them earned. That ball is popped up. It's going to be trouble, I do believe. Green going out. It's going to land. Another run scores on the bloop single to right by Tiger, and it's now 12-0 in favor of Punxsutawney. And they'll send the 9th man to bat in this inning, Carter Savage. Savage fouls it out of play, strike 1. $12-0 now in favor of Punxsutawney. Winding to pitch to Savage. That's up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, folks, sometimes the best laid plans of mice and men. Figured we were going to have a tight pitcher's duel. Instead, it's 12-0 Punxsy, and we're just in the top of the second. Next pitch is a little grounder towards second. Picking it up is Green. He'll flip to the shortstop, Brzezinski, and the inning comes to a close, but not until 5 more runs cross the plate for Punxsutawney on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There was a hit batter, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of an inning and a half, it is Punxsutawney 12, DuBois Central Catholic nothing. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
Cliff Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Joseph Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. So we're back here at Stern Field as we head to the bottom of inning number 2. It is now 12-0. In favor of DCC, in favor of Punxsutawney, excuse me, as Brzezinski leading off here. Takes strike one from Coy Martino. Brzezinski followed by Costco and Himes. Martino's 0-1. Side, it's 1-1 strike. I mean, never reason to panic on April 3rd, but DCC staring down the barrel at 0-3 with high expectations this year. Punxsutawney, though, staring at a very different barrel, going possibly 4-0, including a win over a defending state champion. The different feelings in both of those dugouts right now as it's 12-0 Punxsutawney in the bottom of the second inning. Winding the pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brzezinski. Martino looks in for the sign. Ready with the 2-2. Misses it, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, if you're young Coy Martino, just throw the ball over the plate right now on 3-2. Don't walk the guy. You've got a 12-run lead. Last thing you want to do is give DCC free runners. He's ready with the 3-2. Ground ball, up the middle, shortstop Day behind second base, and then throws it high. That'll go as an infield hit for Brzezinski, who was hustling down the line. That was going to be a bang play there. Look at the single there for Brzezinski. Tough play by the shortstop Day. He almost made it. Bring up Carter Costco. Check of the runner at first. Martino ready. Little high, ball 1 to Costco. If you're just joining us, Punxsutawney took advantage of 5 walks and a hit batter in the first to score 7, then had 5 hits on its way to a 5-run second inning. They lead 12-0 here in the bottom of the second. Winding the 1-0. Misses outside, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. That ball is popped up. First baseman Savage will take a look, but it's out of play. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 here on Costco. Brzezinski at first with nobody out. There's a called strike on a breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's going to miss, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 here on Costco. Wide and a 3-2. Misses it, and so walk issued here by Martino. That's his second, and DCC's got runners at first and second. And nobody out for Carter Himes, now pitching. Now we're going to have Hallman going out to talk to Martino. As this game reaches nearly the 1 hour mark in the bottom of the second. So Martino ready with the pitch. Up high, ball 1. Martino ready with the 1-0. Misses down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 here on Carter Himes. First and second, nobody out for DCC. That's in there for a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 here on Himes. That's way high, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 now on Himes. Ready with the 3-1. That's in there for called strike, 3-2. Score update from Clarion Limestone. Carn City defeating, well, they're defeating, but they're beating Clarion Limestone right now, 3-2 going to the 4th. Wind and the 3-2. That ball is fouled away. It'll remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right next door to us, it is in the bottom of the 4th inning. DuBois Central Catholic 8, Glendale nothing in softball. Wind into 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout now by Martino, and that'll bring up Matt Pine. In that softball game, Jesse Frank, 3 for 3, 3 runs scored, a triple and an RBI. Kaylee Rizzer, 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Malia Mitscavage, 2 for 3 with an RBI for DCC. Showing bunt, taking outside ball 1. See if we can find you a Punxsutawney softball score while we're at it. They are playing Carn City at home today. Carn City leads Punxsutawney 6-4, top of the second in that game. Showing bunt way way inside, getting out of the way. And it's 2 balls and no strikes on Pine. That ball is fouled, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So in that game, Carn City 3 in the first, scored 3 so far in the top of the second. Punxsutawney had 4 in the first. So let's see if we can get you another game that we're doing today, the St. Mary's Elk County Catholic softball game. 2 balls and a strike here on Pine, with Pine fouls it and having to duck out of the way over in the batter's warm-up circle over there was Aiden Stoberger. He's got a little chuckle going on as it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. That's St. Mary's 2, Elk County Catholic 1 in the top of the 3rd in that game. Winding the 2-2. Way outside, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners at first and second for DCC here in the bottom of the 2nd. Wind in the 3-2. Swing, foul tip, strike 3 as Hallman's able to hold on. And they're now 2 away in the 2nd for Aiden Snowberger. Strikeout number 4 for Martino. That's way outside. So 1-0 on Snowberger. He grounded out the short in his first at bat, leading off the first inning for DCC. Martino's pitch way inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Winding the pitch, that's in there for a called strike. 2-1. There's a runner going to third. That's called strike, and the stealing third there is Brzezinski. So Brzezinski with the stolen base will put runners at first and third. But it is 2-2 here on Snowberger. Wind in the 2-2. Called strike 3. Martino strikes out the side, and the side is retired here in the 2nd. For DCC, no runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left on base. At the end of 2 full innings here at Stern Field, it is Punxsutawney 12, Du Bois Central Catholic nothing. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
Back here at Stern Field as we go to the 3rd inning, all Punxsutawney 12-0 Chucks as Jake Sikora will lead off. Sikora is 0 for 1, walked and scored in the 1st, grounded to 2nd in the 2nd. First pitch to Sakura, swing and a miss, strike one. Carter Himes, third DCC pitcher, took over with one out in the second. That ball was fouled away, and it's no balls and two strikes. There's called strike three. That's a quick 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike by Himes for his second strikeout. That'll bring up Nevin Day. Day is 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. Also has an RBI. Swings and fouls that one off. He walked with the bases loaded in the first. Singled and scored in the second. He also scored in that first inning. Himes' pitch. Down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch, ground ball. Nice play there by Brzezinski to flag it down at between shortstop and third base, but he's got no shot at getting Day, who's now on for the third time in this game. On the infield single, that'll bring up Justin Miller. Miller's been hit by a pair of pitches. See if they keep coming inside to Mr. Miller. That ball is down low, ball 1. Should mention that if Punxsutawney would score 3 runs here in the third, DCC would be in jeopardy of being 15-run. Think I'd ever say that. Winding the pitch. Comebacker. Getting it for 1. Brzezinski's throw on to first. It's a double play to end the inning. Great play there by the pitcher. Himes throwing to the shortstop. Brzezinski on to first for a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. So for Punxsutawney in the second, or in the third, no runs, no 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It is DuBois Central Catholic trailing Punxsutawney 12-0. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
IC Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel, as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear icy.
Back here as we go to the bottom of the third, 12-0 Punxsutawney. Carter Hickman leading off here for DCC. It'll be Hickman, Fox, and Pisarcik. Singled in the first inning, Hickman did to right field. Takes ball 1. Winding the 1-0. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Just joining us, Punxsutawney 7 in the first, 5 in the second. They lead 12-0. Coy Martino. Ball was fouled off. Martino struck out the side last inning. In fact, the last 5 outs from this sophomore righty have come via the strikeout. One and two here on Hickman. One and a 1-2. Called strike 3. Oh, that was a nasty breaking ball. That is 6 strikeouts for Martino. That'll bring up Braden Fox. Fox walked in the first. Takes ball 1. Next pitch. It's down low and it's 2-0. Pitch. That bounces in there. It's now 3-0. Little high, ball 4. So Braden Fox has drawn a pair of walks. Third walk issued by Martino. That'll bring up Blake Pisarcik, who went down swinging in his first at bat in the first. There's a called strike. Little throw over. Back in was Fox. 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One in the 0-2, swing and a miss. Pisarcik goes down swinging for the second consecutive at bat. Strikeout number 7 for Martino, and there's 2 away here in the third. We'll bring up Ben Greitzer. Greitzer was a strikeout victim back in the first. Fox is at first. 2 away here in the third for DCC. They trail 12-0. Little high, ball 1. One and a 1-0. Runner goes. There will be no throw, as having to backhand that ball was the catcher Holman. So Fox steals second. And it's 2 balls and no strikes on Greitzer. Martino ready with the 2-0. In the dirt, 3 balls and no strikes. Well, the synthetic dirt, I guess. No actual dirt here at Stern Field. Three balls, no strikes on Greitzer. Fox is at second. Martino's pitch way outside. He's walked a second batter this inning. And now Central with runners at first and second. With 2 outs, for Caden Brzezinski, who had an infield single to short in his first at bat. Going to get a runner here for Greitzer, as going out to run is Johnny Verischetti. Dad calls him Verischetti. So Verischetti out to run. In Brockway, it is mainly Verischetti, but the original pronunciation of the last name was Verischetti, and Johnny's side of the family uses that pronunciation still. Wide in the 1-0 here to Brzezinski. That misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Johnny's dad, Peter, was telling me that Heat doesn't really bother him much. He said his mom was the one that was the real stickler on the pronunciation there. And so I do my best to, you don't want to, the passed away Italian grandmother in heaven is not somebody that I want to put on my bad side. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Brzezinski. Plus, I'm hoping that someday I get to heaven and she can make me a really good Italian meal. There's a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Get Mrs. Verischetti, my late grandmother, Mrs. Rossetti. They can feed me some good Italian food. Nothing like a big old plate of homemade spaghetti. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, another great breaking ball for called strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Martino. And the inning comes to an end. For DCC in the third, no runs, no hits, 2 walks, 2 left on base. We go to the 4th inning here at Sternfield and DuBois. It is DuBois Central Catholic trailing Punxsutawney 12-0.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Back here at Sternfield as we go to the top of the 4th, it'll be Bennett, Hallman, and Wood for Punxsutawney. Bottom third of the order for the Chucks as they lead 12-0. Bennett takes strike 1. This one is ripped into left center field. Left fielder against the wall out in left center makes the catch. That's Matt Pine. So Pine, moving from center to left a couple innings ago, makes a nice catch out there in left center for the first out. So Bennett gave it a ride, but Pine, a really good defensive outfielder, is able to track it down in the gap for the out. We'll bring up Cooper Hallman. Hallman, little dribbler towards the second baseman Green. He'll flip over to Hickman, and there's quickly 2 away here in the Punxsutawney 4th inning. We'll bring up Owen Wood, the designated hitter.
Now batting, designated hitter number 1, Owen Wood.
So DCC looking for its first 1-2-3 inning on the mound. In fact, it would be our first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Taking strike one there is Wood. That ball is a grounded to Green. Green's up with it. Throw on to Hickman, and we do have our first 1-2-3 inning for Punxsutawney in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of inning number 4 here at Sternfield and DuBois. It is Punxsutawney 12, DuBois Central Catholic nothing. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of D9and10sports.com. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Back here at Sternfield, we've got a pitching change for Punxsutawney. Justin Miller will take over on the mound in place of Coy Martino. Martino goes 3 innings, doesn't give up any runs. 2 hits, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Or is it 8 strikeouts? It was 8 strikeouts. He struck out the side in each of his last 2 innings. So Jake Henrietta goes in to play left field for the Chucks. So Henrietta's out in left, and Miller now doing the pitching, as leading off here will be Carter Costco. He'll be followed by Carter Himes and Matt Pine, the bottom third of the order for DCC. Miller's first pitch is up high, ball 1. Wind in the 1-0. That's inside and high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. It's 2-0 on Costco. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind in a 2-1. Little high and inside, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Winding the 3-1 from Miller. That ball is ripped. The new left fielder, Henrietta, goes out, and he'll make the catch on the track, and there's 1 away. So Costco gave it a ride, but not quite deep enough for DCC. And there's 1 away here for Carter Himes. Himes has kind of stabilized things on the mound for DCC after they gave up 12 runs in the first 2 innings, throwing back-to-back shutout innings. Another nice breaking ball there by Miller for a called strike. Oh, 1. Little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. St. Mary's softball still leading Elk County Catholic 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Ball is down low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Punxsutawney softball team has come back to take a 10-6 lead over Karn City down in Punxsutawney as that ball is up high, 3 balls and a strike, a 6-run second inning for the Lady Chucks. Sierra Tobin has 4 RBIs, a pair of home runs in that game for Punxsutawney. There's a swing and a foul tip, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is hit to center. Bennett's under it. He'll make the catch, 2 away. DuBois Central Catholic's softball team defeats Glendale 10-0. 6-run 4th inning for the Lady Cardinals. Rizzer finishes with 3 ribbies. Lydia Morgan had a couple of doubles, RBI in that game. 3 hits, 3 runs scored for Jordy Frank. Matt Pine to the plate now for DCC here as they trail 12-0 in this one. There's a ball outside, ball 1. So the Lady Cardinals softball team continues to roll. Ball 2. Speaking of teams that have high state aspirations, they were the state runners-up a year ago. They would love to get over the hump this year. Liam Mitscavich and Riley Kolbatsky combined on a 1-hitter as that ball's outside, and it's 3-0 on Pine. Three balls, no strikes. Ball 4, so 4-pitch walk with 2 outs here for Matt Pine. It'll bring up Aiden Snowberger. He's grounded the short and struck out looking. Both of those were against Coy Martino, now facing Justin Miller. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Miller checks the runner at first, gets ready with the 0-1. And Snowberger calls time. Miller was taking too long. Miller ready, checks the runner. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Throw by Hallman is going to bounce in a little late. So stealing second base is Pine. Second stolen base of the game for DCC. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike on Snowberger. So DCC trying to get on the board here. They need to get 3 runs up there before the end of the next half inning, or this game will be over on the 10-run rule. Miller checks the runner at second. 1-1 to Snowberger. Called strike. And getting that high called strike all game, Punxsutawney pitchers have. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. No problem with that. It's been a consistent zone today. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Checking the runner at second. Miller with the delivery. Snowberger, a little flare out into center field. That's going to get a run home. Throw will come into second, and DCC is on the board on the Snowberger single. It is now 12-1. So the 2-out walk by Miller comes back to bite him as Snowberger singles home Pine, and it is 12-1. It'll bring up Carter Hickman. Nice piece of hitting there by Snowberger. Just reached out. Nice 2-strike approach. First pitch to Hickman. A little outside, ball 1. Miller checks the runner. Wide into 1-0. Little outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So Miller, no trouble getting Costco and Himes leading off the inning with a couple of fly balls, but then the 4-pitch walk to Pine, the stolen base, and the single by Snowberger has DCC on the board. They trail 12-1. That misses, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes on Hickman with Braden Fox on deck. Remember, this is a DCC team that won the state title by scoring a ton of runs in that state playoffs last year. They're capable of coming back from a 12-0 deficit if you give them an opening. And right now, ball 4 to Hickman. And Miller might be giving the Cardinals some of that opening right now as Braden Fox steps to the plate. So Fox comes to the plate with runners at first and second. 2 outs, a run in for Central. They're still down 11, but Fox could add to the total of the 1 run that DCC currently has. Justin Miller's first pitch in there for a called strike. Looked like Fox was taking all the way there. Only a sophomore, but with a very veteran approach. No balls, 1 strike. Way outside, 1-1. Shortstop Day kind of sneaking in behind Snowberger. Miller will check the runner and come home with the 1-1. Fox rips it down the right field line, but foul. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fox got around on it, but got around on it just a little too much. Put it into the bullpen area down the right field line. Well, not really a bullpen area, but grass area, I should say, down the right field line. So 1-2. Miller shakes off his catcher Hallman, now has what he wants. 1-2 pitch to Fox. Fox will put this one in the air and out of play over on the right field side, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miller ready with the 1-2. Fox fouls another one off, wasted that one over to the left side this time, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snowberger's at second. He singled home a run. Hickman's at first. He walked. Run in here for DCC in the 4th. They still trail 12-1. Miller checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Fox drives that ball to deep right, but it's going to be foul. He gave that one a ride, but again, foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're now out of baseballs as manager Adam Fox gets onto the ump and gets it out to Justin Miller. Miller checks the runner at second, ready with the 1-2, way outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Really solid at bat here by Braden Fox. Fouled off a few pitches. Worked to count the 2-2. Checking the runner at second. Here's the 2-2. Way outside, and it's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runners will be going on the pitch. If Fox reaches Pisarcik's on deck, he struck out twice against Martino. Wind into 3-2, way outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Miller got the first 2 guys without any problem here in the 4th, but he's given up 3 walks, and a single. And now it's Blake Pisarcik. Pisarcik, the happiest guy in the stadium that Coy Martino not pitching anymore, as Martino had made him look bad in 2 consecutive at-bats that ended in strikeouts. But now Pisarcik with a chance to maybe start to get the Cardinals back in the game with the bases loaded and 2 outs, a run in, down by 11. Miller's first pitch in there for called strike 1. Fox is at first, Hickman's at second, Snowberger's at third. With 2 outs for DCC here in the 4th, they trail by 11. Miller with the pitch. Chasing one up high there was Pisarcik, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Miller out of the set. He hits. He hits Pisarcik, who, little like Miller, didn't make a whole lot of effort to get out of the way. And a run scores, and it's 12-2. So they'll bring up Ben Greitzer. And now, Greitzer, who has the power to possibly get into one, could make this a 12-6 game and make things interesting if he could get a hold of a pitch here from Miller. Miller ready. Breaking ball for called strike 1. So after getting a line out to left by Costco and a fly out to center by Himes, Pine walked, Snowberger stole second, Snowberger singled him home, Hickman walked, Fox walked, and Pisarcik was hit by a pitch, bringing in another run. It's 12-2. There's a breaking ball called for strike, and it's 1 ball or no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 on Greitzer. Miller trying to work his way out of this jam. Greitzer calls time. Wind in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there by Miller, and the inning comes to an end. DCC does pick up 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 3 walks and a hit batter. The bases were left loaded. We go to the 5th. It is now Punxsutawney 12, DuBois Central Catholic 2. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxborough.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxborough, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxborough is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back here at DuBois, we head to the 5th inning. Punxsutawney still leading 12-2. DuBois Central doesn't score in the bottom of this inning. That will be the ball game on the 10-run rule. And the Punxsutawney can still add on here as Zach Dinger leading off. Takes ball 1. Dinger has a couple of hits. 2 for 3 in the game. Couple of RBIs. Takes ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Carter Himes' next pitch. That's going to hit him. So taking his base will be Dinger on base for the third time.
Now batting second baseman number 4, Josh Tiger.
Dinger took a zinger up high. We'll bring up Josh Tiger. His double back in the first got the 7-run inning started for Punxsutawney as they scored 7 in the first, 5 in the second. DCC had 2 in the fourth. That's where we stand now, 12-2. Strike 1 to Tiger. Next pitch. And there's strike 2. 6 runs, 3 earned, charge to the starter, Carter Hickman, in a third of an inning. Had trouble finding the zone. Ball is grounded foul. It's remains no balls and 2 strikes. Five runs given up by Brzezinski. 1 run given up by Carter Himes, who's done a nice job since coming into a mess in the second inning of keeping things in check. Remains no balls and 2 strikes after that foul ball by Tiger. Little comebacker. Himes to second for 1. It's going to be the only thing they get, but that'll erase the lead runner. 1 away here in the 5th as Dinger is raced. That's the second time Himes has been able to turn and get a runner out at second base. Bring up Carter Savage. He's 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored in the first. So after the hot start to the season for Savage, where he was 4 for 6, he's 0 for his last 6. Takes ball 1. Sikora's on deck. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 here on Carter Savage. Fouls that one away. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 7-run first on just 2 hits for Punxsutawney. Two and 1 on Savage. Nice breaking ball there by Himes, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. One and a 2-2. The ball is hit deep but foul to right. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Himes set with the 2-2 to Savage. Savage fouls that one straight back. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. That one is looped out into right field. That is a fair ball, and it's going to hop over the fence in foul territory for a ground rule double. So Savage with the bloop ground rule double to right, and it's second and third with 1 out for Jake Sikora. So Sikora and the Chucks looking to get those 2 runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the 4th here in the top of the 5th. First pitch to Sikora, pops out of Greitzer's glove, strike 1. Didn't get far enough away for the runner at third, Tiger, to do anything. Sikora is 0 for 2, walked and scored in the first, ground out the second, strikeout. Takes a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Himes is ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball is fouled straight back. Remains 1 and 2. One and a 1-2. That ball is lofted into center. Fox coming in. Fox will make the catch. Tigers tagging. The throw to the plate is cut off. The throw goes to third, and he's out there, but the run does score on the sacrifice fly by Sikora to center. And it is 13-2 as the inning comes to a close on that throw out at third base of Savage. Punxsutawney ends with one run. On 1 hit. No errors and nobody left on base. So we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. DuBois Central Catholic is going to need to get at least 2 runs to keep this game going. They trail 13-2. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us and rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Back here is Zeke Bennett takes over on the mound for Punxsutawney. Looks like maybe it's Donnie Bender out in center field. So Bennett takes over here. Miller goes an inning, gives up a couple of runs. It's up high, 2 balls and no strikes now on Caden Brzezinski here, leading off the 5th for DCC. Lefty Bennett ready. There's a called strike, 2 balls and a strike. So I think that's a long way out there for me to see in center field, but I do believe that's number 11, Donnie Bender out in center. Ball is up high. It's 3 balls and a strike. Winding the pitch. That's up high, and that's going to be a walk issued by Miller. Leadoff walk to Brzezinski, so DCC has some life here. We'll bring up Carter Costco. There's a called strike. There's a called strike again, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes on Costco. 0 for 1 with a walk. It's Costco. Bennett's 0-2. Little high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line in the 1-2. Way outside. Nice stab there by Hallman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bennett checks the runner at first. The wind in the 2-2. Up high, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 on Costco. Bennett ready. Here's the 3-2. The ball is hit towards right. The right fielder Dinger will give it a look, but it's out of play. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bennett checks the runner at first. Ready with the payoff pitch. Fouled straight back. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ball comes all the way back out towards third base. Bennett off the mound, grabs it, puts it in his glove, walks back to the mound. Next pitch called, strike 3. Costco goes down looking, and there's one away here in the 5th inning for DCC. Remember, the Cardinals need to score twice to keep this game going, or it's going to end in a victory for Punxsutawney on the 10-run rule. We'll bring up Carter Himes. He takes ball 1. Bennett checks the runner. There's a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Punxsutawney 7 in the first, 5 in the second, 1 in the 5th for their 13. DCC 2 in the 4th for their 2. Wide in the pitch, way outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Himes struck out in the second, flew out to center in the 4th. Strikeout was against Coy Martino, who had 8 of those in 3 innings. There's a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One and a 2-2. That's down low and it's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's the second batter in a row that Bennett has gone full on. Came back and got the strikeout of Costco. We'll see what happens with Himes. 3 and 2. Himes lifts that ball to right. Dinger looks like he has a beat on it. He does. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. And DuBois Central Catholic down to its final out. In the person of number 3 is going to pinch hit for Pine. So Johnny Verischetti will step in here. So getting a pinch hitter here for DCC. There's a called strike. Verischetti getting his first at bat. Called, nope. Said it was outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stick around, folks. We'll try to have our post-game interview here after this one. There's a swing and a foul ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes here as DCC's down to its final strike. And it's pitched, swing and a miss. That'll do it. Final score here in 5 innings. It is Punxsutawney 13, DuBois Central Catholic 2. You've been watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg. Like I said, we will try to get a post-game interview for you here shortly, so don't go anywhere. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Back here at Stern Field with a final score in 5. Back here at Stern Field where the final score in 5, Punxsutawney 13, DuBois Central Catholic 2. We're just waiting on Punxsutawney head coach Mike Dickey to get done talking to his team so we can get you an interview with Coy Martino. Young Mr. Martino went 3 innings to get the win, struck out 8 of the 9 guys that he retired. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, did walk 4, but fantastic performance from Coy Martino, who will be our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Like I said, as soon as they're done talking, we hope to have him over here for the interview. This game was pretty much over before it started as Punxsutawney scored 7 times in the top of the 4th inning despite just 2 hits. Josh Tiger got the rally started with a 1-out double to left, and then Carter Hickman had trouble finding the zone. Walked Carter Savage, Jake Sikora, and Nevin Day before hitting Justin Miller and then walking Zeke Bennett, and that ended the day for Hickman after just a third of an inning. Then there was a line drive that should have been caught by Hickman at second base that wasn't on the bat of Owen Wood that brought in a couple more runs. And then an infield single by Zach Dinger and another walk, and it was 7-0 before DCC ever came to the plate. And then things went from bad to worse for the Cardinals, and from good to great for the Chucks in the second inning as they scored 5 runs on 5 hits. 4 of those runs against Caden Brzezinski, 1 against Carter Himes. Carter Himes did settle in after that, gave up just 1 more run the rest of the way. That was in the 5th inning. DCC picked up its 2 runs in the 4th inning on a single by Evan Snowberger and a bases loaded hit by a pitch by Blake Pisarcek. So it looks like Punxsutawney's just starting to wrap up, and we'll hopefully have young Mr. Martino here in a minute after these messages. You've been watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network. We'll be back with our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game interview.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
Back here is just waiting on Coy Martino. He had to go out and do his post-game running before we could get him, but we do believe he's on his way over. Again, Martino went 3 innings, struck out 8 to earn our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game honors. So we await him. Again, remind you that DCC or Punxsutawney defeats DCC 13-2 thanks to a 7-run first inning. As here comes Mr. Martino. There we go. As we get him you can step back a couple steps too, Coy. And then come and see me. I've got a t-shirt for you as well. Yep. Yeah, you can yep, there we go. Now we're joined by our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, Coy Martino of the Punxsutawney Chucks. Coy went 3 innings on the mound, struck out 8 of the 9 outs he recorded, only gave up 2 hits, did give up 4 walks. But Coy, let's start with the fact that, boy, it must be a fun situation as a pitcher to be sitting in that dugout as your team scores 7 runs in the top of the first. Oh, hold on a second, Coy. There we go. Go ahead.
It's really exciting. It makes my job a lot easier to have a team that can hit like that.
When you get that 7-0 lead, how much of it's just about coming out and throwing strikes at that point?
Just about all of it.
What was working well for you today?
My fastball on the outer half is working well. Yeah, slider's pretty nice today.
When you got into that groove and you struck out the last 8 guys in terms of the outs that you recorded, what's that feel like on the mound?
It feels real good. It gets you pumped up, get your team pumped up. Really just brings energy out.
To face the defending state champions in Class 1A and to beat them like this, what does this do to this team's confidence level? I mean, I know you guys already had a lot of confidence being a state semifinalist yourself a year ago, but what does this do to the confidence for this team?
It really raises it. It's definitely a statement win.
Your offense kind of did it in both ways. They did it with a lot of walks, a lot of patience. How much of that, I know you weren't hitting, but how much of that is in practice? They talk about you guys being patient and making the other team beat you instead of you beating yourselves.
Big part of practice, especially hitting wise.
Well, Coy, congratulations on being our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. You will get a t-shirt here from the Allegheny Grill. Folks, that'll do it for us here from DuBois. Final score, Punxsutawney 13, DuBois Central Catholic 2. This is Chris Rossetti saying good night.